with a smile from cheek to cheek. If feeling fancy, that's where I'm gonna be. 'Cause I'm shining, I'm hiding. I got a good thing on me. No, I can't hide it. There's nothing up my sleeve. I got all the magic in me. It ain't never gonna leave, ain't never gonna leave, no. I got all the magic in me. It ain't never gonna leave, ain't never gonna leave, no. Anything can happen, anything can happen, anything can happen, yeah, anything, yeah, anything, yeah, anything can happen, anything.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you all so very much for joining us this evening. We know that the most valuable commodity you have is your time, and we so appreciate you taking 30 minutes with us tonight. But we hope that, and by the way, I am the ever joyful, energetic, running on faith, intelligent Jeri-Lynn Arocho from Cape Coral, Florida. Almost forgot to introduce myself. And I am a senior sales director with Mary Kay. But I want to know about you. I want to know who's watching us right now. So we want to know who invited you and where in the country are you watching us from? Okay, that's very important. So we want to know who invited you and where you're watching us from, because we're going to tell you where we're from. I'm from Cape Coral, Florida. And tonight you're going to be watching this, whether you're watching this live or watching the replay. We just want to thank you so much for watching. You're going to hear a little bit about some company information, and then you're going to hear some product information, some of our favorite products. And then you're going to hear a story, hopefully, of inspiration and hope that maybe will maybe you're feeling a little blues for some reason. Maybe it'll inspire you to do something with your life that's bigger than you've ever thought of before. And maybe you just need a little bit of hope to keep going day to day. You know, sometimes we get in those little dippies, as my friend Tammy likes to say. So hopefully this message and this story will bring you right out of it. But right now, we want you to hear a little bit more about our company. Just a minute. Wrong video. Here we go.
We believe passionately in entrepreneurial fire, in giving everyone, everywhere, the chance to do their best and feel even better. We believe in you. We're here to empower every beautiful dimension of you. And at Mary Kay, we know we've all got a few things in common. We're all worthy of a community that understands us. We all deserve flexibility, and we should get to run our day instead of it running us. So maybe that's what brought you here to get to know us. Mary Kay has been a groundbreaking, trailblazing company for more than 60 years, and we follow in the footsteps of the original beauty influencer. Like many women in the 60s, Mary Kay Ash was not treated fairly in the workplace, so she made a change and founded a company that gives everyone the opportunity they deserve. Today, Mary Kay continues to be family-owned and continues empowering others in more than 35 countries. We are a company driven by the idea that you can do what you love, be who you want, and earn extra income on your terms. Our idea is powerful in its simplicity. First, Mary Kay creates hundreds of products that people crave. And yes, we win industry awards. Conduct 500,000 tests a year for safety, quality, and performance. Hold more than 1,600 global patents. And products are made in our own global manufacturing and research facility. Because what gets us really excited is how much people love our products. Because your confidence is our obsession. Next, we keep the business model beautifully simple too. Independent beauty consultants are 100% independent business owners. They buy directly from Mary Kay, then sell directly to customers to earn money. That's it. No wholesalers, no middlemen, no one holding them back, period. They enjoy the flexibility to work a Mary Kay business a lot or a little at parties, online, and on social, all while learning life skills from others and getting digital tools to help along the way. And if they're ready to lead a team of their own, they can drive the business as far as they want. Beauty consultants have one of the highest profit potentials on product sales in the world. Plus, at Mary Kay, they're always celebrated. Small wins are recognized, and big accomplishments are richly rewarded by a community of entrepreneurs and corporate employees around the world. Working together, we've also built a long history of giving. Mary Kay and its 4 company-sponsored foundations has given more than $200 million in monetary and product donations since we began tracking our philanthropic efforts. We support life-saving research and survivor empowerment with more than $24 million awarded to cancer research innovation from the Mary Kay Ash Foundation. And we strive to protect the environment by planting more than 1 million trees, powering our global headquarters and manufacturing with 100% renewable energy, and achieving zero landfill site status in our global manufacturing facility. We are a brand with a purpose, and we hope you see the amazing potential we see for a bright future together. This is where you can come to thrive. This is where you can unleash your confidence. This is Mary Kay, empowering women entrepreneurs since 1963. Then, now, always.
Thank you so much for watching that. We want to know what impressed you the most about what you heard about either the Mary Kay opportunity, or maybe something you never knew about the Mary Kay opportunity. We want to hear from you. So comment what impressed you or what was new that you didn't know before. We would love to hear from you. And we're going to ask you to keep an open heart and an open mind while you're on this event tonight, because we want to ask you, are you living a life that you love? If the answer is no, then maybe Mary Kay is something you might want to take a little bit of a closer look at. Now, we don't know if Mary Kay is for you, or maybe it's for somebody that you know. And once you hear everything that you're going to hear tonight, you might be able to share it with them and possibly change somebody's life. Because I know that my Mary Kay business has certainly blessed me and has molded me into the woman that I have become. So we are looking for women that are coachable and willing to learn. And if you have those two qualities, then we can teach you how to be successful in this business. So again, just listen with an open heart and an open mind. And maybe it's for you, or maybe it's for somebody that you know. And I'm going to bring up my partner in crime here, and she's going to share her favorite product with you. Oh, am I supposed to share my product first? I'm supposed to share my product first. I'm so sorry. I am going to share about the Skin Vigorate Sonic System. Listen, you don't have to be perfect to be a business owner and to do virtual events and work a Mary Kay business. That's what I'm showing you here right now. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the Skin Vigorate brush. I love this brush, and so many people are, they don't use it. They use their fingers or they use a washcloth, which is fine. But once you learn about the Skin Vigorate brush, you can hear how fast it goes. It's got 3 speeds. What I love about our brush is that it's rechargeable. There's no batteries that will die when you're on vacation. You can just charge it up right here in this little spot down here. Has a cover. The cover makes it waterproof, so you can keep it right in your shower and just use it in your shower. And it has a timer. So you do 15 seconds here, 15 seconds here, 15 seconds here, 15 seconds here. However, I steal some of my seconds to do my throat and my décolleté as well. Okay, so you can use this brush. It's safe to use. And unless you have super sensitive skin, you can use it all over in your throat and your décolleté. Now, it does have, you can take this off. It vibrates. It does not spin. It vibrates, and all the dirt and grime and makeup goes right up the brushes as it vibrates, just like a bumblebee's legs. When a bumblebee is pollinating the flowers, it's vibrating. Its wings are working and it's vibrating, and the pollen moves up its legs. That's how it collects the pollen. That's the same way our brush works. How cool is that? You learn a little science while you're on this Mary Kay event. And it has a massager head that you can put on. So if you use any kind of serums, then you can put this, it'll help massage your skin and help the serum massage into your skin. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's fantastic. So this is the Skin Vigorate brush, and it is $75. And with the brush head, with this one, with the additional brush head, it's $100. That is the system that you need to wash your face. It cleans your face 4 times better than just using a washcloth. And it'll help the next step that you apply to your face, your skin will receive it 80% better than just using your hands or a washcloth. So Skin Vigorate brush, talk to your consultant and see if you can get one for yourself. And now I'm going to bring up my partner in crime, and she's going to share her favorite product of this week.
Hello. Before I share my product, I must tell you who I am. I'm Alicia C. Dickerson, and I have been building my Mary Kay business for, it will be 10 years in November, so I'm kind of excited. I'm here in Estero, Florida, where I just love, love, love the weather and the people that I get to meet. And I have 2 products for you today. So along with Jeri-Lynn Skin Invigorating Brush, you have to try these 2 products and put them on your counter with them. First, we're going to talk about the oil-free eye makeup remover. This is the one makeup remover for your eyes that you want because it is formulated for sensitive skin. So if you wear lashes with glue, sometimes that glue gets a little stubborn. And sometimes we put on extra mascara because we want to have 3 layers of mascara to make our lashes fan. So this is definitely one of the products that you want to add. But after you finish doing that, you definitely want, and this is $18, so please get with your consultant. You want to put this in your bag, in your makeup bag, so that when you travel, you can always have it. The micellar water is my favorite. So I use it just to kind of make sure I've gotten the dirt off, and I use it before. So I use it before I use my cleanser, and then I use it after to make sure. I'm just crazy like that. You don't have to be crazy like that. You just use it before your cleanser. It's called a pre-wash. So you give yourself a little pre-wash because if you wear makeup, if you are a high definition makeup girl, then you wear makeup so it goes bam in your face. So it's going to help you to take that makeup off a little bit faster than for those of you who wear high definition. You know it takes a while. So this is going to help you. Get with your consultant. It too is $18, I believe. But if I'm wrong, tell your consultant to let me know, or you can tell her that, hey, you owe me $18 product. Anyway, I get the pleasure and the honor of introducing to you our guest speaker. So you notice we only had 2 products. I had 2 products and Jerry had 1. So Jeri-Lynn Arocho joined Mary Kay in 2001 while residing in Pennsylvania. She loved the Mary Kay products and used her business to pay down a Home Depot credit card and to have an extra $50 per week to take her husband Omar out for date night. Jeri-Lynn and Omar moved to Florida in 2004, where she continued to build her Mary Kay business part-time and pursuing an exhausting and demanding corporate career. How many can you say you're tired? First in information technology, then in learning and development. You see how she talked about her skin invigorating brush, how trainable she was. So when her corporate job began to rule her schedule, eliminate raises and financial incentives, she ramped up her Mary Kay business, which allowed her to leave corporate and create her own destiny. Jeri-Lynn finished director in qualification in just 2 months, debuting as Mary Kay sales director in November of 2009. She has achieved a quarterly sales goal of star consultant status 75 times. She has received 5 gold medals for team building and earned 8 diamond rings as a director, Queen's Court of Sales, and her highest check to date for 1 month, not including her personal sales income, was over $7,100. Can you get excited about taking home a check to your significant others for $7,100 extra dollars? She debuted her first offspring sales director during the company's 50th anniversary year, not only making her a senior sales director, but her name is on a mural that was built at our company's headquarters called the Wall of Leaders. She has led her unit to the Circle of Achievement 4 years in a row, twice in the 300,000 unit club and twice in the 350 unit club. She has been nominated by her peers and selected by Mary Kay Corporate to be the November 2019 Miss Go-Getter. For the Emerald Seminar, that's for all of us. She was Miss Go-Getter, the most important and treasured award in all of Mary Kay. She and her awesome unit, the Legacy Leaders, have earned the use of nine career cars in the last 14 years. Let's put our hands together or wave your hands so you can see my senior sales director, Jeri-Lynn Arocho.
Thank you, Alicia. Thank you so much. We've had a lot of guest speakers on here, and I thought, we haven't heard my story. Let's share my story. Thank you, Alicia, for allowing me to share my story, for introducing me like you did, and for being along with me for this ride. This is so much fun. So, as you heard Alicia say, I started my business in Pennsylvania. I was actually a customer for 4 years before I started my Mary Kay business. And so if you are a customer and you love our products, I want to share with you that I hosted parties for my beauty consultant 3 times a year. Yes, I hosted parties. I called my consultant and asked her if she would be available that I could host a party. So I'm going to encourage you to do that for your beauty consultant, because your beauty consultant wants to meet who you know. And I never wanted to pay full price for my products as a customer. So when you host a party, you get free stuff. So I would call because my consultant lived in my hometown. I didn't live there anymore. I had grown and moved and, started my adult job in the adult world. So when I would go home to visit my family, I would call my consultant and say, I'm coming home this weekend. Do you have Friday night available for a party? I'm going to bring my girlfriends. And we would get together and we would have a party, and then we would go out afterwards. So I'm going to encourage you to call your consultant and get a party booked, because I think maybe I paid for a cleanser, maybe a couple eye colors, and an eyeliner full price ever in those 4 years, because I always stocked up on my skincare when I got the hostess credit. So I'm encouraging you to do that. It's smart. So 2 years into being a customer, and obviously I love the product and I love the party atmosphere, I would call my consultant to book parties with her. So she thought, oh my gosh, Jeri-Lynn, you would be great doing what I do. And at the time that she asked me, I was in graduate school and I was planning my wedding, and we don't have any children. And so I thought the reason that women sold Mary Kay products was because they wanted to be at home with their children. I just told you I don't have any. And or they didn't make enough money at their job, or they didn't have a job. Like, those were the reasons I thought that women sold Mary Kay, that they did it on the side. I didn't get that it was an actual business. I thought it was them playing in makeup, because that's what we did as customers, right? We just went and played, and then we would go wherever we were going. So I didn't get it. And so I said, no, thank you. And I continued to be her customer for 2 more years. And I still hosted parties with her. Again, I loved it, which is probably why she thought I'd be good at it. But listen, I was going for my master's degree. I have my MBA in business. I was already a manager in corporate America. And again, I was planning my wedding. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think Mary Kay was for me. I thought it was beneath me. Boy, I've been here now 22 years. I've learned a lot, and I've learned to be humble, and I've learned to realize that I was what was beneath Mary Kay. Mary Kay was way bigger and better than I ever thought it could be. And so 2 years after she asked me, my husband and I bought our first house. And when you buy a house, you want to make it a home. And so we started doing renovations. Now, both of us had good jobs in corporate America. We both made decent incomes, but what I was taught actually by a vice president in one of my companies that I worked for, she said, well, we always tend to expand our expenses to what we're making, right? So we expanded our expenses to what we were making. So when we were making renovations, we didn't have a whole lot of money to put into those renovations. And as you heard, as Alicia read my accolades, we were putting everything on a Home Depot credit card. And I thought, we can't keep putting this on a credit card. We need to be paying this off. So I decided that I would sell Mary Kay. I did not ask my husband. I just decided we needed extra money. And just so you know, my degree was in computers. I was in information technology. I ran a computer help desk. So if you've ever had to call tech support, that was my staff, and that's who I worked with. And I don't know if any of you have ever had a great experience. Go ahead and put in the chat if you've had a great experience calling tech support. Probably not, right? Because they always think they're smarter than you are. They tell you to restart your computer or restart your phone or whatever you're having an issue with, right? Because they think you're a big dummy and you don't know how to do anything. Those were the people I was working with. And I would have to teach them that you can be smart and friendly at the same time. You don't have to be rude to people who need your help. And but that's what I did. And I'm an introvert. And so when I created and managed the help desk, it was me and my computer just writing standard operating procedures. And I loved it. I didn't have to talk to anybody. I could just work with my computer. Well, obviously, I've grown a bit in the last 22 years with Mary Kay. So, one of the things I want to share with you is even if you're introverted, even if you're shy, Mary Kay is a place where you can learn and grow. And it's a place where you can fall down and fail. And there are women that are right there with you, empowering you and picking you back up and reminding you who you are. So I am so grateful that this opportunity came into my life. I am so grateful that my consultant offered it to me because I had a lot of growing to do, obviously, the way I thought about Mary Kay and where I am today. So this is a great place if you are looking for personal growth, spiritual growth, any kind of self growth. This is the place you want to be. So I started my business to pay off that Home Depot credit card, and I started with 3 people who would hold a party for me. 3 people. That was it. Because I didn't live in my hometown and I didn't even live in the town I went to school in. So I had to find people. I had 2 people that worked for me. And so they agreed to be hostesses for me. Now, I think they felt a little obligated because they did indeed work for me. So they held parties for me. And then there was a manager of another department that was willing to hold a party for me. And then as I was coaching her on her party, which we will teach you, because when you come into Mary Kay, we asked if you were coachable or teachable. We will teach you how to work this business. As I was coaching that hostess, one of her employees walked up and said, "You sell Mary Kay?" And I said, "I just started." And she said, "Well, I want to have a party." So I booked a 4th party. So there were 4 people that were willing to hold parties for me. And then from those parties, I continued to book. Now, I did work a full-time job. I was on call 24 hours a day because, I worked in the IT field and it was a hospitality. So we had hotels and a lodge and a campground. So if anything crashed, they needed to be able to get a hold of me. So I worked Monday through Friday. I was on call 24 hours a day. And I still was able to fit in my Mary Kay business. And so what I did was I worked my business on a Saturday morning. If my husband was going to mow the lawn, then I could hold a skincare party. It wasn't, remember I was a newlywed. So he didn't care if I did it as long as it didn't take time away from our time together. Okay. And that's what I was focused on was making extra money, paying off that credit card. And I'm so thankful that I started my business because just working my business on Saturday mornings, booking some parties Saturday mornings. I paid off a $1,200 Home Depot credit card in 3 months using the sales of my product, not using our regular income from our other JOBs, as we like to call it in Mary Kay. A JOB is just over broke because you only ever make enough money to pay your bills. But when you own your own business, you can make as much money as you need to live your dream life. So after those 3 months went by and I paid off that Home Depot credit card, I was able to use the money for, buying shoes, buying new clothes. And then my husband would say, "Where'd you get the money for that?" And I'd say, "Don't you worry, I had a Mary Kay party." So here's another tip I'm going to give you. When you start a Mary Kay business, share with your husband how much you're making. Because fast forward 8 years, we moved to Florida. I worked for a local retailer and we had layoffs. And I was the lucky one to keep my job. And when you know that you're the lucky one to keep your job during layoff, it's the same amount of work with less people to do it. So even though I was already working 60 hours a week and traveling every other month for the company, they now wanted me to come in on Saturdays to help my coworkers with their work. In Mary Kay, we're taught to live our lives God first, family second, and career third. So I knew that was not the way I wanted to live my life. So I decided to quit my job and work my Mary Kay business full time. Now, remember, I didn't share with my husband how much money I was able to make in this business. And so he got upset with me and he would not speak to me. And when I say he would not speak to me, I'm telling you, he did not speak to me until the first 2 weeks I sold enough product to pay our mortgage payment. When I paid our mortgage payment, he would say, "Good morning, where's dinner, and good night." And that was it for about 5 months. It was a little tense at our house because I was the breadwinner and I quit my job in 2009. If all of you remember, the economy was much like it is right now, actually. And I live in Southwest Florida and the housing economy the bubble had burst and everyone was losing their homes. And my husband thought we would be next because I quit my job. But again, I made the mortgage payment. And then 5 months later, I earned my very first car with Mary Kay. And 1 month later, I promoted myself to sales director. And so I just share that with you. You heard my accolades. It's been 22 years since I've been with the company and what I've earned since then. But I want you to know it doesn't start there. It starts with where you're at. You start where you're at and you learn as you go, and you can learn at your own pace, and you work this business as much or as little as you want. I worked it part-time on the side, and then I kind of didn't work it when I moved to Florida, and then I picked it up again, and now I'm able to work it full time, and I absolutely love it. And I love the woman I have become, but I'm still becoming. Like, I am still growing every single day. I'm learning new things and learning from my customers, learning from my Offspring sales director, learning from the consultants in my unit. So that is my story. And I'm going to bring Alicia up here.
That was amazing. But Jeri-Lynn, the thing that you said that stuck out to me was you were asked and you thought it was beneath you. So I want our customers and our consultants and those who have been invited to realize that if you were asked to come on this call to hear someone else's story, you should feel privileged that they think enough of you to ask you to join them, because you're joining them build something bigger than themselves. We get to do Mary Kay. No one forces us to do this. So we love what we do. And there are so many ways in which you can get involved in Mary Kay. As Jeri-Lynn said, it's God, family, and then the business. We're going to work along with you and your consultant to move you where you want to go. And if that's to the top, why not come and work your business with us? Jeri-Lynn's going to bring up a flyer that's going to tell us all about the ways in which you can get started. So there's $35. You guys know that $35 don't go get very far in our economy today. And we spend $35 going to the movies. And when you leave the movie theater, you ain't taking nothing with you. You might take your leftover popcorn, but you ain't taking nothing else. Those actors and everyone that has played their part, they are going to get paid from what you gave. And I'm not saying don't go to the movies. I enjoy the movie, but realize that $35 could get you a whole lot. And then you still have time. You still have time to make up your mind. You know what? I'm going to try it for $35. Then you're going to go home. You're going to go to sleep. You're going to have all these different people that are going to come to your mind that you're going to be able to share this product with. And you want to have samples. So you can go $45 and you have samples. Get excited, because we all know somebody's going to ask you for a sample and you go, oh, I don't have any. But with the $45, you can have samples. But bigger and better, the next option is the $90, 2 weeks, and you're thinking, which one do I want to do? They're there for you to give you time to ponder on our options. So get with your consultant, have her to give you more information, because that's what's going to get you there. So the one thing that you want to know is that we have A, sign me up today. It's $35. B, buy me a cup of coffee. I'm ready for you to tell me some more about this great Mary Kay. And C, I love being your customers. Let me host a party for you. You can host that party like Jeri-Lynn did, and you see how much that consultant's going to make off of your friends. Guess what? You're going to want to be a consultant as well. So A, B, or C, type it in the chat. Let us know. Let your consultant know how excited you were about Jeri-Lynn's story. As she said, we had heard everybody's story, but we had not heard her story. I am so happy that we had the opportunity to hear from Jeri-Lynn today so that she can tell you her story. You see her introduce people and tell her products and tell where she's from. Now you know her story. You can help us help you. So that's it, Jeri-Lynn, for me.
I love it. I think that's it. We're wrapped up. Thank you, Alicia. You did a great job. And thank you all for watching. Have a great evening.
Talk to your consultant.
Yeah, I was just going to say, follow up with your consultant. Let her know what you thought of this call. And you can comment. We will answer. Good night.
Yep.